Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel Talk to Go Date. Myself Anshika Agarwal and I'm back with another YouTube video focusing on all information needed for USMLE Step 1. How to start, when to start and what all resources you can use. So those who don't know me, I gave my USMLE Step 1 in August 2024, that is in my third year, and passed it. So in this video I would be telling about my experience, my resources and everything you need to know about USMLE Step 1. So let's begin. So step 1 basically tests your first and second year subjects along with basics of ENT and OPTA. Also the most important part is the ethics, biostat and EPID part, because maximum questions are coming from ethics only. According to the recent trend, even in my paper I got 5 to 7 questions per block from ethics only. But that's not a problem because I personally feel that ethics is the most easiest part, because it basically tests you on the doctor-patient relationship you should have and the AdCom session that our colleges held. I know we don't attend those, but yeah, basically it tests some basic points that one should know regarding the medical profession. So let's come to how and when to start your USMLE Step 1 prep. So let me share my experience. So I started my USMLE journey in mid of second year. That was the time when half of our PAD, micro and pharma was finished. So I started with BNB videos only. So one day I took a subscription of BNB from one of my senior and started watching its video systematically. At that time I was not very sure that I would be able to do this or what else would happen, but I started watching the videos systematically and also solved the quizzes that were available along with the videos in BNB app only. So this way I got to know the pattern and what kind of questions they test us on USMLE Step 1. So after doing this part, I started using first aid as well, because it is a very comprehensive book, and once you have built concepts, then only you can use first aid. So I read first aid, but didn't get much to know about the concept. So my first part was not very efficient. Apart from first aid, I also used Pathoma and Sketchy for Path and Micro respectively, because these are best apps for Path and Micro. I would recommend you to use them for sure to build very strong concepts regarding Path and Micro. Also these Pathoma and Sketchy not only helped me for my Step 1 journey, they also helped me in my second professional exams. So it was very useful, so do use them. After I was done with this much, I gave my second professional exams, and after being done with all this stuff, I took a break somewhat for 1 or 2 weeks, and then in Feb I started my journey again. So in Feb I revised all the BNB notes, Pathoma, Sketchy and first aid for sure in 1 to 2 weeks, and then I purchased a UL subscription for 6 months straight, because I was very sure that I have to give my exam in June to August period only. So starting UL was the biggest challenge. Like, it was the most difficult part of my entire journey, because when I started doing UL, I was getting my scores in between 40s and 50s only. That was below average, and I really got very disappointed in that. So I started talking to people around and my seniors as well. So they told me that everyone has faced this problem in their starting of the journey. So just continue doing it systematically and review all the incorrects that you get in your UL blocks. So I followed that advice and started solving my UL more systematically and reviewed each and every question for a much longer period than I was doing it earlier. Also, I used to annotate some important points that I don't know and that are not in my brain in my first aid only, so that it would make my revision much more easier at the last moment. So I would show you how I used to annotate my first aid. So this is how I used to use sticky notes and book tags to annotate all the important points that I find. So this way it helped me get a best tool for revising in the last moment. So after reviewing all my incorrects and annotating all the UL points in my first aid, I realized that most of the things are already given in my first aid. I just missed them during my previous readings. So I decided to get more and more readings of my first aid and started to review my incorrects more deeply in UWorld app. Also, I used to save all the tabular tables and all the pictures from the UWorld app in my in the notebook option that is already given in the UWorld app, so that I can review and revise that system precisely during my last months. So it took me around 3 to 4 months to complete my whole UWorld. So from March to June, I was able to complete my UWorld with a score in 80s. So I was very happy with that. Then I decided to start my NBME. So before starting NBMEs, you should have revised all your syllabus, that is first and second year, complete with UWorld, Pathoma, Sketchy, and everything. So the strategy I used for revision was, I decided to first take 15 days for revising all the concepts and all the systems like CVS, GI, and all the syllabus in 15 days. Then I gave one NBME. Then I reduced the timing of my revision to 1 week, and then I gave the second NBME, and so on. I was able to complete all the syllabus in 2 to 3 days till my last month. So the diagrams in the NBMEs are the most important part. Even I got 2 to 3 questions directly from the diagrams in the NBME. So I would highly suggest you to revise all the diagrams before sitting in the exam, and even 2-3 days before your exam date. So those are the must to do. Also, I would say if you are scoring in between 70s and 80s in your NBME, then you are good to go. But if you are scoring less than that, I would suggest not to sit for the exam, because you always has an option to postpone it and delay it rather than just failing it. So I would say look into your score, and if you are scoring more than 70s and 80s, you are good to go. So during the last 2 months, that is July and August, I repeated my UWorld in random mode with time limit. So I used to do 40 questions in 60 minutes, and I used to sit for 4 to 5 hours regularly, continuously, so that I could get the real feel of the exam. But the only thing I noticed was I wasn't able to complete all the 40 questions in 60 minutes. So it was very disappointing, because I was very close to the real exam, and I wasn't able to finish all the questions in the given time limit. So I was very disappointed with, so I decided to practice them regularly and notice what all systems I was lagging behind. So it was mostly CVS and GI mostly. So I revised both the systems multiple times during my last month, and used to solve UWorld continuously with the time limit. So after doing so for 2 months, I was able to complete my 40 question block in 60 minutes, even before that. So this was the real challenge for me during my prep. So I would request all the students preparing for step 1 to start their UWorld in time-based manner much before. Like if you have completed 40% of your UWorld, then you should start it in time-based manner, so that you can see whether you are able to complete all the 40 questions in 60 minutes or not. Few more things that I would like you people to know are that micro and biochem are the most volatile subjects. So do flip the pages of first aid as many times as possible, so that you can retain maximum of the things. Also, during the last 4-5 days prior to my exam, I used Divine Intervention podcast. I listened to episode 37, that is based on the risk factors, and I got 1 to 2 questions directly from that. So it is very helpful. You may use them. I also use Melman's high yield PDFs for my weaker topics like CVS and musculoskeletal system. and these really helped me a lot to solve one-liners and many of the MCQs. Now I would tell you 3 things that I did to concise everything for the last month revision. So first, I'd already told you I used to save all the UWorld diagrams and tables in the notebook feature of the UWorld apps systematically. Then second, I did was record all the murmurs and heart sounds from the UWorld app in my mobile phone so that I can hear them repeatedly during my day. Third, I did was I used to make notes of all the incorrects from the NDMEs and used to write them in my notepad so that I could revise them at the last moment, and it would really boost my confidence. So this is how I used to write them. I know my writing is very bad, but still, though, these help me a lot. Last but not the least, do give free 120, because the type of questions, the pattern and the interface of free 120 is very much similar to that of the final exam, and the score is also the most predictable one. So please do give free 120. For last minute exam tips and my exam day experience, wait for the upcoming videos. Also guys, if you need any of the Telegram's link for the mentioned resources in my video, you may DM me on the Instagram link. Also, if you have any queries, you can DM me on this Instagram link, as well as you can put your query in the comment box. I will help you as soon as possible. So guys, stay tuned for more upcoming videos on information regarding USMLE resources, research and all other important information. And last but not the least, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos. Till then, stay inspired, stay informed. Bye bye.